Have you ever responded poorly to your child only to find out that they are legitimately not feeling well? I did today. Like any parent out there, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You wish that you could be on your A game, perfect for your kids all the time, but that's just not the real world. We live in a swelcy world. For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, that's Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. For some reason, they are all over the place, and it kind of makes me wonder why. Why do I think that there's something lying underneath swelcy? Because why else would we be talking about swelcy? There's something we're not supposed to see. Something is happening somewhere that is being distracted. It's the whole sleight of hand thing that you get with a magician. Hey, look over here, look over here. Here's Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. Here's what we're really doing over here. Pay attention over here. It's the whole Wizard of Oz thing. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. Well, I say a swelcy world because not all things are as they appear. There may be something lying underneath the surface that other people aren't aware of, but it is impacting your life pretty significantly. Well, my youngest was just complaining, she was whining, she was crying, mommy, mommy, mommy. Nothing that I could do could satisfy her, so I said, fine, you want mommy? Go. I can't help you, go see mommy. She's 19 months old. She's not gonna understand that. That's not fair on my part. I am a flawed human being. I've been fighting some internal crap because my niece has been in the hospital and I am not doing well with it, and it's weighing on me heavily. Nonetheless, I went off on my youngest daughter. She didn't deserve it. It was not her fault, but I was dealing with my own internal crap. My wife asked me to go outside and talk with her, and that's when I told her, I said, I know I shouldn't have gone off on our youngest, but I'm fighting this thing, and I'm sorry. I apologize. I don't know what's going on with our youngest, and I was wrong. Well, my wife decided to take the other 3 children and go see some chickens being hatched, and left the youngest with me sleeping upstairs. She had pain meds on board, and my wife told me that she was going to be out for the long haul, so I could still get some work done, and I wouldn't have to worry about caring for a child who was inconsolable. Sure enough, about 20 minutes later, she woke up and she was miserable. Well, I was able to redeem myself by actually comforting my youngest. I didn't know what was wrong. I couldn't satisfy her, but I just sat with her in the chair. Honestly, I was legitimately thankful that I got to sit with her. I thought about how I would view this years down the road, because everybody always says, man, I would give anything to be able to go back and redo it. I would choose to be present with my children. I wouldn't worry so much about work. I wouldn't worry about all the other things, but I would really focus on being in the moment. I guess something shifted because suddenly she was comfortable. She was able to calm herself and get the sleep that I knew that she needed. My wife ended up taking her to get checked out, and sure enough, she has a virus that is causing serious mouth sores, and it just is not, it's not a good thing, and it makes sense why she has been fighting the way she has. So while we could take our daughter to the doctor to find out what's wrong and be able to pinpoint the problem, it's not always so easy to find that internally and pinpoint what is actually causing the problem. Like I said, with the swelcy world, sometimes you just have to start investigating instead of paying attention to the one thing that seems the most obvious. My child is upset. I'm taking it out on her. What's the real root cause there? And that's when I had to do some internal investigation and find out it's because of what's going on with my niece that caused me to respond in a way that I do not ever want to my youngest. So I'll challenge you, if there are some things that are going on and you find yourself reacting in a way that doesn't seem to make sense, it's not logical for it to evoke that type of emotion, go ahead and do some internal investigation. And in the meantime, when someone asks you, how are you doing? You can smile and say, I'm swelcy. Thank you so much for joining me. If you are not already subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing. If you like the content, give me a thumbs up. Put something down in the comments section, share it on social media, and I will see you next time when we can share a cigar and change the world